Ashe, namaste. Welcome back to another occult healing session. Guys, I know that I haven't been doing as many videos lately. I've just been so busy. A lot of stuff's been going on. I'm sorry for the lighting. I usually don't do this. Usually don't do my videos at night. What I'm going to do, though, is, I'm going to start fixing up my videos a little bit more. I know I told everybody that I do these videos for fun. I really want to give the information and I wasn't really making it that serious where I got to get all the light in, I got to do all the video editing and stuff. But I might start doing a little bit of more basic stuff. I'm not going to say I'm going all the way in. But just so I can get more value to you guys, so you can, so it's not bothering you as much. Today we're going to jump into the next planet as far as in astrology, the moon sign. Okay, the last video I did was on the sun sign. All right, everybody knows pretty much about that. I just wanted to give a little bit more clarity on what it really means in astrology, not this new age fluff, but so you can really change your reality. Okay, so for just letting everybody know, anybody that's interested in a real astrology reading with me, of course, you can contact me at occulthealing22@gmail.com. Of course, I do tarot readings as well. I do help people with detoxing. You can have a detox consultation. You can have just a regular consultation too, just where it's one-on-one, either through video chat or on the phone. No time limits for none of my consultations, guys. And I also want to let you guys know that all my consultations are on sale for this week, because the sales, right? For this whole entire week, starting today, which is Tuesday, where I'm at. Let me see what, we'll start into Tuesday until Monday. Everything is on sale. Okay. So if you're interested in astrology reading, tarot reading, you're interested in learning how to detox, you're interested in a one-on-one consultation with me, again, no time limits. All right, contact me at occulthealing22@gmail.com. The email is in the description of this video. Also, for those of you, because you guys been beating me up in my email about the how to make money from home session, I know I stopped it. So I'll also open that back up starting today till Monday. All right, so all you people that have been beating me up in those emails talking about I want that how to make money from home session, again, here it is, opened up from today till Monday. Okay, I'm selling it after Monday. I'm not doing it, okay? Just for those that really wanted it. So contact me. The email's in the description of this video. Let's get into it. Okay. So we're gonna talk about the moon sign. Okay. So recapping from from the last video, the sun sign is what people want to project to the public. People want to project, that's your conscious mind, which is also your ego. This is why they say Leos are very egotistical, because Leo is ruled by the sun. Sun represents consciousness. Consciousness is ego. We have to get this into understanding. Why am I repeating this so much? It's because there's a whole bunch of misinformation on YouTube. I'm at battle right now that's telling you consciousness is separate from ego. It's not true. Okay? It's the same thing. Your awareness, your perception of self. Okay? Your perception of self. That's what the ego is. Your awareness. What are you aware of? What do you think you are? What do you think you should do? What is your guiding light? How do you self-preserve yourself? What do they mean by you being egotistical? You're all about self. Okay? Same thing with consciousness is. It's your analyzation of self. Okay? So, if that's true, then that means the moon sign has to be your subconscious mind. It has to be what you don't want to project to the world. All right? It's that inner deep part of you, that sensitive part of you, that part of you that you only show to certain individuals, such as your parents, your siblings, a lover you've been with for a long period of time, or or like a best friend you've been around for a long period of time. It's the you when you're most comfortable. Because you ever notice When you're most comfortable, you're a whole different person. You're a whole different being. You have a whole different personality than who you are when you're outside, but when as soon as you close those doors and you kick those shoes off, take off that shirt, put on the pajama pants and lay back, you're a whole different person, right? All right. Not only that, but the moon sign represents your emotional stability. You want to find out how emotionally stable somebody is. You want to check out their moon sign, what sign it's in, where it's at, what it's looking at as far as aspects, and all that good jazz. Okay. So emotional stability, also your imagination. It's your subconscious mind, because your imagination comes from your subconscious mind. Think about it. When you're daydreaming about things, okay, a lot of times you're not even conscious of it. Things just pop into your head, and sometimes you might catch yourself, why am I daydreaming about this? Because it's deep down inside of you, either from repetition or programming, which is also repetition. Okay? This all comes from your programming. Remember, your parents are your first two program handlers. They're the ones that start putting those programs in you. So if they were Christian, right? What do? They put all that Christianity programming inside of you. And a lot of you that say, "Oh, I'm not Christian," you still have Christian morals. You still have a Christian way of doing things. Okay? And I mean, I can I don't want to point it all out one by one. I'm just telling you what it is, though. You might not agree with the Christianity, but everything you do is Christian. Okay? All right. And also, the moon sign represents how you nurture yourself and how you nurture others. Why? Because the moon represents the mother. So, again, going back into your past, if you notice, the moon and Cancer have a lot to do with the past, because the past is your foundation as a human being. Your fourth house is your foundation. All right. It does represent your home life, represents your mother, your ancestral line, your family members, and how you grew up. That's your foundation as a human being. Literally, why do they tell you those first 7 years? It's really birth until puberty that represent who you are as a person, unless you have the discipline and you have the dedication to change it. 99% of people don't. 99% of people are running on autopilot. I tell you guys that all the time. Okay? So your moon shows you how you were nurtured as a child. Now, it doesn't mean, let's just say you have a bad moon sign, doesn't mean that your mother was neglecting you. All right? I say this all the time for people that have readings with me. Every child needs a certain amount of attention and love. Okay? One child might only need a small amount. Okay? And then their mother gives them that, and they wind up having a good moon sign. All right. Now, on the opposite end, same thing. Your mother, a different child gets the same amount of attention as the child that I just previously mentioned, right? And they still have a bad moon sign. Why? Because this child B, needs more attention, needs more nurturing. Again, every person is different. So your moon sign shows you how much attention did you get, the attention that you needed? Did you get the love that you needed as an individual for you to learn how to deal with your emotions and be emotionally stable and understand the language of emotion? This is why some people could be very, very high in their IQ, but be very low in their EQ, emotional intelligence. Okay, so your moon sign can tell you all these different things. Why do you think it's so important? One big key, everybody. Your moon sign shows you how you can tap into your subconscious mind. Everybody has their own path to go to enter subconsciousness, because that's the main goal of spirituality. If you haven't noticed, I know we like to throw the word conscious all the time. That's not what we're aiming for. Everyone is conscious. Okay? Do you know your own name? Do you know what you look like? Do you I mean, well, let me take that back. Not everybody. Let me take that back, guys, before you start getting at me in the comments. Not everybody is conscious, all right? A lot of people are conscious, okay? because we have a lot, they're breeding a lot of robots today. So that's why I had to retract my statement. A lot of people are conscious, but the number is starting to dwindle. Okay. Because I was about to say, you know who you are, you know what you want to do. That's not the case. A lot of people don't, but a lot of people in the spiritual community, that's what I want to say. A lot of people in the spiritual community, though I like to bang on the spiritual community a lot because they're so egotistical, but that's because a lot of people in the spiritual community are conscious. They know who they are. They know what they want to do. They're aware of themselves. All right. That's the easy part. All right. Consciousness represents the number one in numerology, the self, you. That's the easy part. What does the moon represent? Number 2. What does, in the tarot, what is the number 2 card? The High Priestess. Okay. Those of you that don't know this, study that card and you'll understand what I mean. I'm not going to give everything to you guys. I want you guys to research and learn for yourself and think for yourself. Number 1 is easy. That's masculine. Self. Selfish. Okay? This is why I say the whole world is becoming more and more masculine. They're telling you that we're stepping into the feminine. That's not true. The next sign we're stepping into is the sign of Aquarius. That's an air sign last time I checked, and the element of air is masculine. And if you look at society with your own common sense, you'll be able to see that we're stepping more into the masculine. People are becoming more selfish, more self-centered, more egotistical. That is masculine, people. Because feminine is number 2. It represents the 2 energies. It represents connecting with the 2 energies. Because like I said, becoming aware of yourself, that's the first step. Becoming aware of yourself with another is the second step. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Okay? So number 2 represents the moon as well. That's why the High Priestess represents the moon. That's why she's stepping on the crescent moon in the Rider-Waite deck. All right? She's stepping on the crescent moon in the Rider-Waite deck. I told you guys about the decks. All right? If you're using all those fairy decks and those oracle cards, those decks weren't created for the single purpose of evolving you. Okay? Only decks created by Masons, occultists, Kabbalists. These are the decks you want to get after. So you better research the authors of these decks. I told you the 3 that I use: the Rider-Waite deck, the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley, and the Builders of the Ataman deck. All right, I'm not going to go in. I'll do a tarot video on why that matters, on how it's created, and the reason why they need to be specifically drawn. Okay, so back to this moon sign, though, because again, it's very important, because this is how you can find access to your subconscious mind. A lot of you guys are getting into the law of attraction, right? And you're wondering why it's not working for you, because you don't know your path to your own subconscious mind. For example, okay, let's just say you have, your moon in Gemini, all right, which is not a particularly good place to have the moon, but I'm just trying to give an example, all right. The path to your subconscious mind is the communication you have with yourself and with those close around you. Okay, you got to pay particular attention to your family, your mother especially, because that's a big part of your path. She is connected to your path to yourself. The communication, though, so if you have a bad relationship with your mother, then rekindling that and understanding where she's coming from and understanding what she's trying to teach you will help you understand yourself. And in return, help you in your evolution to start being able to control your subconscious mind. Not just your mother, but your close loved ones, your household. Okay, those that you say that you love. And I mean unconditionally. Okay, unconditionally. Even if you fight, you still have love for them. Okay? So, that's your path to your subconscious mind. It's more external, right? Because it's a masculine sign. Gemini is air. It's a masculine sign, so it's going to be external. Fire, air, masculine, external. Earth, water, feminine, internal. All right, this is where we get what are the terms? Extrovert and introvert. Like I did say I wanted to do a video on those two terms because we think if you're an introvert, we think if you like to spend a lot of time alone, you're an introvert. That's not true. You could be an extrovert and like to spend a lot of time alone too. It's how you express yourself. Okay? It's how you express yourself. All right? But that's a whole nother video. Another example, since I gave a masculine sign, I'll give a feminine sign. Um, let's say your your moon sign is in Taurus, which the moon will be exalting, is a very, very great place for your moon to be in. Okay? And the way to your subconscious mind is simply being comfortable, having stability. All right, that's why it's such a good place, because it's really easy. If you find stability, which is having your stuff together, I tell you all this time, all this, I tell you this all the time, spiritual people who like to talk down on money and business and all that stuff. That's a part of the game. That's the first step, is having your stuff together. If you're living off of people and relying on everybody else, and you're not sure of what's going on in your reality and how you're going to feed yourself and feed your family, you might as well just stop thinking about spirituality right now and get your stuff together first. Okay? That's just how it is. Because if you're worried about that stuff, worry, fear, low vibration, how are you going to get up here? Okay? How are you going to get up here? Why do you think the first house represents you? The second house represents your stability, your money, your finances. You see? You don't start getting into high vibrations until the ninth house. Well, the eighth and ninth house. When you start getting into deep stuff, right? The second thing is, first is you. First house is you. Getting you together. Second house is getting your stuff together. Your stability. That's the key to your subconscious mind. If you have Taurus on the moon sign. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand this stuff. This is why I said, guys, the free websites are trash. I tell you all the time. You can look up the free websites, right? You can put in your information to the free websites and figure out where your stuff is. Like, you figure out Taurus is in your moon sign, Libra's on your Mercury, yada, yada, yada. Same thing with your houses. Sometimes they get the houses wrong. There's been plenty of time. True astrologers will tell you a lot of those free websites, they even get the houses wrong. You get the houses wrong, that your whole chart is completely different. All right, there's a reason why they're free. Okay, I tell you guys all the time. So think about this again. This moon sign. All right, think about this and understand what it really means. All right, in all actuality, the moon sign you could say that's even more important than your sun sign. All right, because especially for you so-called spiritual people, right? Because you're aiming to go to the subconscious. Why you're aiming to go to the subconscious? Because that's how you control reality. Your subconscious controls your reality, people. So if you understand your subconscious mind and you understand how to control it and manipulate it, you will in turn manipulate your reality. As simple as that. But it's easier said than done because it takes a lot of practice, dedication, and time. Okay? You're going to have to research yourself. Learn yourself. All right? And that's why astrology is so big at the moment. Because we're stepping in the age of Aquarius where everybody's going to start having to become entrepreneurs, and they don't have the time like they did in the age of Aries or Taurus, the age of Taurus, all right? Where they had all this time to learn themselves. That was considered the golden age, the golden cow, the golden calf, right? You see? Because Aquarius, We came in out of the age of Pisces. From there, we stepped out of the age of Aries. From there, we stepped out of the age of Taurus, which is known as the Golden Age, where all this information, a lot of this information is stemming from. You see? All right. So, again, this is why I said you got to do your research. And I know people keep asking me, but again, I want you to start thinking for yourself as well. All right. Don't just rely on YouTube. And definitely don't rely on Google. Okay? Because Google, the blogs are the worst I've ever seen at this point. Because anybody can make a blog, anybody can make a YouTube video. All right? But if you notice that the majority of people always have the same message for everything. All right? So think about that. Remember, misery loves company. Majority of people in this world, whether we like it or not, let's be honest, are miserable. And the majority of information is coming from the majority of people. So that's why it all sounds the same until you start getting into different information. Like you got to dig, 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 dig. I already told you about the people that I recommend as far as learning this stuff. Santos Bonacci for astrology. Michael Tarrison for tarot. These are people that a lot of people don't know about. I mean, the people that have been following me, they know about them because I've been saying their names all the time. And then there's many others, okay? The real popular ones and stuff like that, you know, again, it is what it is. So that's understanding the moon sign. Now I know there's a bunch of people that are saying, well, I have my moon in Cancer. I have my moon in, Aries. What does that mean for me? Again, like I want to say to you all the time, you don't want to look at these things individually. I'm just making you understand what the moon sign is. But in order for you to really get the message just for you, you got to look at the whole entire chart. That's the problem with science today. Especially when it comes to healing. With doctors, they focus on one particular point. This is why they can heal nothing. Why do you need to go to a holistic doctor? That's the only doctor that can heal you because they look at the whole. I hope you guys are starting to understand what I'm saying. So you could do all the research you want on Moon and Aries if you have that, and it still does not pertain to you. You see? You have to look at your whole entire chart. All right? So those of you that want to look at the whole entire chart, learn about your relationships, learn about how to increase your income, learn about your energy, learn about your sexuality, learn about your spirituality, your past lives, your destiny for this life, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, your career, all that good stuff, contact me at occulthealing22@gmail.com. Okay, the email's in the description of this video. All my sessions are on sale for the holidays, from today until Monday. Okay, until Monday, which is Cyber Monday. So that will be the last day for all the sales. All right, the sales on the astrology readings, sales on the tarot readings, on the detox sessions, and also on the one-on-one sessions with me, either through the video or through video chat or on the phone. And also, like I said, I'm bringing back the How to Make Money from Home session. Okay, that is only available from today till Monday. So think about those moon signs. Those of you that have been studying astrology a little bit more than usual, think about the things that I said and how you can apply those. Everybody else, contact me. Keep your vibrations high. Oh, yes. Like I said, any questions, put those in the comments. Any spiritual questions, put those in the comments of the videos, people. For those interested in the consultations, email me that. I've been trying to, because again, I have people taking care of my email. They're not spiritual, so they're not going to be able to answer your questions. I'm paying attention to the comments. Put your spiritual questions in the comments. I'll either reply to you or do a video on it and shout you out in the beginning. Those of you interested in the consultations and questions concerning that, you guys email me. The email's in the description of this video. Again, it's occulthealing22@gmail.com. So again, love you. Everybody keep your vibrations high. Namaste, Ashe. One love, one nation, one race, one human being. Keep it up.